Alright, so I'm going to illustrate the fact that you can take a can and you have this concave area on the bottom, and you see it's kind of shiny, but it's not really mirror finish or anything. Well, I'll tell you what, we can polish that right up. I'm going to use a couple different kinds of automotive polish, but it'll polish right up, and you can actually use different kinds of things. But I'll just show you with automotive polish and a little bit of elbow grease exactly how shiny you can get this thing. Just take a paper towel, get some of the polish on it, take this side, apply the polish, and pretty much just get in there with your hands and start rubbing it up. Now you can use a drill and a polishing ball if you have one, but you can do it just as well by hand. It's a little bit more work, but you can already see it's pulling. You can see how dark this is now. This is not dirt, this is aluminum that's coming off the can actually right now. And maybe some of the ink that's on here from the label. Now you can see this is doing a much more thorough job. Basically it's because there's different levels of grit, and the one we're using is scratch remover grade, and the other one is for polishing chrome and aluminum wheels, so it's a little bit, it's kind of made for this. The other one is made to dig into paint, so it's not quite as strong. But I wanted to start with that first, just to clean it up a bit. Here you can see, once I wipe off some of this stuff, how shiny it is just after a second, really. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but this is much shinier just after polishing for a quick second. It's nearly a mirror finish right now. You can actually see my head moving around in it. You can't quite make out the picture in the video, but I can see myself pretty well in this concave bit, but you'd really want to use the other side, the interior part, if you were making a mirror to look at yourself. This will focus a light from sunlight. You'll want to polish it just a bit more though, so let me do that. Again, after a couple more seconds, it's again, I'm not sure if you'll be able to exactly tell in the video, but it's very shiny. You can see my head in the reflection. The only reason you really can't make out the picture is because of the shape of the mirror, and because they stamped something in the middle, like some numbers, so it distorts the image. But otherwise, it's very, very shiny. Again, I'll give it a little bit more elbow grease, and I'll take a quick picture of the final product. I know I'm using a lot of paper towels, but we can use, they make sponges that are reusable for this kind of thing, that work very well. And now, after really just a minute or two worth of work here, we've got a nice shiny, pretty much mirror finish here. Again, it's even shinier than the last time. Again, you can see my head. It's a bit distorted in the image in the camera, but in person I can see myself fine, even with the distortion. The mirror finish is very, very good, and especially if you're just trying to look at yourself. But you can start a fire with it right now. And you can see, I don't know if you can see the difference, but here's what it used to look like. This very dull finish here, and then here's the shiny bottom now. Alright. You can see my hand being reflected in the bottom, and the difference here between the dull finish that it used to be, very, very shiny mirrored finish that it has now. Again, it's not quite, it's not really quite as, it's not nearly as reflective. On other sides, mostly you're just seeing the shadows. It's not even a reflection really. There you go. Illustrate further. Got another can here that I didn't polish just to illustrate further the difference. So here's the one on the left, or on the right rather, that hasn't been polished, and the one on the left that has been polished. You can see there's a stark difference, and actually the difference is even more pronounced in person. It's kind of difficult to see exactly in the computer screen, but there you go.